Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugo, todo sa kayod, tunong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing, hiting at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugo, todo sa kayod, tunong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing, hiting at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan.
All caps, mga Atenista! It's time to level up! Your talk variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields. As we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Fridays from 3 to 6 p.m. here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Level up!
Nais ko sana'y malaman mo husgan mong nananabig, umiibig sa'yo.
Kailan pa malilimutan ka kung sigaw ang ngalan mo sa tuwi-tuwi na at tuwi lumalalim ang gabi, tinig mo'y maririnig at makikita ka.
Giliw, saan ako patutungo kung walang pag-ibig mo? Ang pangarap ko'y makapiling kang muli.
Paano ka malilimutan pa kung laman ng isip ko'y iyong ganda?
At tuwing lulubog na ang araw, mata ko'y pumipikit.
Dalangin ay ikaw. Giliw, saan ako patutungo kung walang pag-ibig mo? Ang pangarap ko'y makapiling ka muli. Saan ako patutungo
Kung walang pag-ibig mo,
alaala ka?
mahal kita.
Mahal kita.
So many things I can't control, so many hurts that happen every day, so many heartaches that pierce the soul, so much pain that won't ever go away. How do we make it better? How do we make it through? What can we do when there's nothing we can do? We can be kind, we can take care of each other, we can remember that deep down inside we all need the same things, and maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. No us to make things right, then what are we always fighting for? Does nobody want to see it? Does nobody understand? The power to heal is right here in our hands. We can be kind, we can take care of each other, we can remember that deep down inside we all need the same things. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. And it's not enough to talk about it, not enough to sing a song. We must walk the walk about it, you and I, do or die. We've got to try to get along. We can be kind, we can take care of each other, we can remember that deep down inside we all need the same things. And maybe we'll find, if we are there for each other, that together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. And maybe we'll find true peace of mind if we always remember we can be kind.
All caps, mga kapamilya, kapuso, kapatid, kabarkada, mga katiponeros. It's time to level up with your host, multi-awarded multimedia guru Noel Ferrer, here on All Caps, Ateneo Level Up. Level up. Level up.
Paulit-ulit ang nagplano. Paulit-ulit ngunit lagi din naman nababago. Wag mo na kayang palampasin, wag na wag mo na kayang palampasin, wag na wag mo na kayang patagalin. Tenanaw mo na gawin mo na. Level up, lumilipad. Level up, hanggang ulan. Tumiting ka.
All good, all ready, and all the best. Level up sa balita, level up sa ganap, level up sa saya. And we shall level up in terms of relevance and goodwill sa ating Level Up exclusive na napaka-espesyal ngayong araw na ito. Today, we celebrate the students and the people who make the academic institutions work, the faculty, the administrators, the non-teaching staff, lahat-lahat na ng may kinalaman sa pag-aaral natin at sa edukasyon natin. So today, we also celebrate mothers. So we have the best people to represent all those. Sinasabi nga, they're the people who live up to the word magis. Magis, the Latin word more, and they're greater. It's related to ad maiorem Dei gloriam, for the greater glory of God, the motto of the Society of Jesus. Magis refers to the philosophy of doing more for Christ and therefore doing more for others. Now, let me introduce my guest. Very, very special kasi naputol kami sa IG Live last week, first IG Live niya. Pero nandito na naman siya to address all the students who are watching us. Ang pinakamamahal nating ina ng bayan, ang ating Vice President Leni Robredo. Hello, ma'am. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am. Kumusta po kayo? No, we're just trying to fix the audio. Hello po.
Hi, Noel.
Ayan, I can hear you. Hello, it's nice to see you. Wala na po yung mga sako sa likod, meaning nasa
Wala
second
na.
floor po kayo.
Nasa second floor ako. Kaya
Okay.
mas madilim.
Okay.
Pero mas puno kasi sa baba. Wala akong lugar doon ngayon.
May utang ako sa inyong choknat. Ako yung nagdadala ng choknat sa inyo
Oo nga.
dyan.
Ubos na, Noel. Ubos na.
Okay pa. Sige pa. Okay, second, ma'am, kasama po natin ang presidente ng Ateneo. Ma'am, kailangan nating papurihan to at pasalamatan kasi ito na po yung end of the school year at papatapos na rin ang kanyang term bilang presidente ng Ateneo. Nandito po ang pinakamamahal nating presidente, si Father Jose Ramon Villarin. Pero ang tawag namin kasi nakasabay ko rin siya sa philosophy at theology nung nag-filo ko. Pero siya pa teacher na siya nun. Father Jett Villarin, hello, Father.
Hi! Hello Noel. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
Kumusta ka? Alam kong, napaka-relax. Napaka-relax. Kumusta ka?
Mabuti naman. Salamat. Ito, ang dami namin mga meeting. Okay ba yung audio?
Okay, nadidinig ko medyo faint lang. Siguro pwedeng palakasan mamaya. Anyway, si Justin namin yung bahala. Hello, Father. Kumusta po yung efforts natin dyan in housing the medical frontliners?
Mabuti naman. We just extended their stay. Ito yung the main hospital really is Quirino, yung labor hospital, no. So mukhang okay naman sila doon at hindi lang naman physical accommodations, meron ring spiritual care.
That's true.
So mukhang okay. So I'm glad that we are able to help them.
Maraming salamat, Father Jett, at mamaya yon makakausap ka namin. Sir, Father, hanggang kailan pala yung term ninyo as president?
Ngayon, na-extend kasi nga
Yay! So na-extend. Masaya kami.
Well, ang plano is really just for the next 2 months para maitawid. Pero tingnan, it's really touch and go right now. So it's not good rin to change the leadership at this time.
Yeah, for continuity, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Maraming salamat, Father Jett. At kasama mong presidente na magpapaalam din. Ito yata hindi na ma-extend kasi ito na yung last day ng kanyang pagiging estudyante kasi this is actually the end of the school year. Di ba, Father Jett?
Yes. Oo nga, no?
Okay.
Tama, May 8.
So ito na, hindi na siya estudyante pagkatapos nito. Si Quiel Quiwa, ang president ng Sanggunian ng Mag-Aaral ng Ateneo hanggang ngayon na lang, and recently named Loyola Schools Awardee for the Arts, yung theater performance. Hello, Quiel. Kumusta ang huling araw mo bilang presidente ng Sanggunian?
Father Jett,
Hey.
Leni, magandang araw po. Okay naman, few touches na lang po sa Sanggunian.
Okay.
Transition.
Yan na, last few moments. Kaya nanamnamin mo yan at gagawin nating special. Anyway, ma'am, Father Jett and Quiel, 55 days of our quarantine life. Kumusta po kayo and how are you holding up? Ano po yung efforts ng kanya-kanyang opisina? Let's go. Ma'am Leni, kumusta po kayo ng 55 days sa Office of the Vice President?
Ayun, 55 days din na nandito ako sa opisina. Yung buong opisina namin ngayon, parang relief operation center siya.
That's true.
Nag-morph yung aming intervention sa iba't ibang mga forms.
That's true.
Nung una nagkaroon kami ng shuttle service. Tapos the entire time until now, namimigay kami ng mga PPE sets to hospitals all over the country. Meron kaming 12 dormitories as of now na arreglo. Yung relief operations for the poorest of the poor sa communities, yun yung tuloy-tuloy. Siya yung nandito sa main building namin ngayon. Kaya punong-puno kami ng mga sako everywhere. Pero meron kaming ginagawa ngayon na magta-trial run kami bukas.
Oh.
Ito yung attempt namin na tulungan yung mga small vendors saka yung mga tricycle drivers.
Ang galing.
Tinutulungan namin yung mga small vendors magkaroon ng online presence.
That's good.
Eto, ngayon kasi ang dami na, kahit kami, nag-order kami online for our, sa market, sa grocery. Pero ang tingin namin, yung gap kasi doon, yung mga maliliit, yun yung walang capacity magkaroon ng online presence. So yun yung ginagawa namin ngayon. Ngayon kausap namin ngayon yung Kamuning Market.
That's very good.
Kami with vendors. Tapos kanina yung ka-meeting namin mga TODA.
That's
Kasi
good.
yung iniisip namin, yung pinaka-come on, yung same day delivery.
Yes,
Tapos yung
yes.
mga magdadala, yung mga tricycle drivers na nawalan ng hanap buhay. So may trial run kami starting tomorrow. Pag okay yon, magbubukas pa kami ng ibang partnerships with all the other markets around Metro Manila.
Ang galing, ma'am. Ang maganda nito
So
pagkatapos, ang daming nag-diversify na po yung trabaho niya talaga no, sa Office of the Vice President.
Tingin kasi tingin namin, yung eto na yung magiging normal eh. Kahit
true.
pa alisin na tayo sa EQ, sa GCQ, yung matutulong natin sa hindi lang sa drivers pero sa mga doors, pang habang buhay din nila to cope with the changing times. So
Very good.
naman, excited. Nung pinakauna namin silang ka-meeting, actually very anxious sila. Pero ngayon paunti-unti nakikita na nila how it is going to be. Excited sila. So kami excited din.
That's good. But then you have to stress that you observe proper protocols, no?
Yes.
Yan po.
Talaga, yun yung pinag-uusapan halos every time nagkakaroon ng meeting.
That's true.
Paano mag-ooperate, na taking into consideration yung lahat na protocols.
That's true.
Siyempre yung pinaka-concern ng lahat ngayon, to combat the disease. Tapos hindi siguro pangalawa, pero kasing halaga, makombat yung kahirapan.
That's true. That's true.
So,
Thank you.
Yun yung tinutuunan ng pansin ng opisina namin ngayon.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Father Jett, daanan lang po natin yung mga efforts natin ngayon kasi parang habang tumatagal, alam natin, lalong parang nagiging restless at mahirap sa mga tao. Pero sabi nga ni Ma'am Leni, pag pinapakita natin may ginagawa tayo, mas lalo silang kalmado.
Totoo yun. Yun ang nagbibigay pag-asa. Yung kabutihang loob ng mga tao. Kaya dito marami rin nangyayari no nung unang sumabog to ang syempre yung hindi ba malinaw?
No, okay lang po.
Yung humanitarian assistance, no? We worked with sina Father Manuling, no? Sila Father Pat Falguera, yung Tanging Yaman
Foundation,
si Bang Lingkod ng Bayan, at dito sa Ateneo, libo-libo na rin ang natulungan, at nagpapasalamat kami kasi ito yung galing to sa kabutihang loob ng mga benefactors.
That's true.
Sila talaga ang nagpapaandar nito. So tuloy pa rin yon, no? Nung simula, syempre delata muna, pero ngayon tuyo na, no? Tuyo at monggo at lahat. At marami kaming natutuklasan din, no? Kasi yung mga supply chains natin sa mga gulay, halimbawa, nakikita rin natin kung ano yung mga presyo, halimbawa, nakakatulong rin sa ating mga magsasaka. That's one. The other initiatives nga ay yung sa mga PPE.
That's true.
We cooperate with syempre the hospitals dito with our own medical school, stricto sila sa mga hazmats, yung mga
kung saan po estudyante po yung anak ni VP Leni.
Graduating
talaga nagtuloy na rin siya.
Nasa ASMPH po siya, Father. Graduating siya this year. Hindi niya alam kung matutuloy yung graduation.
Ayan, pag-usapan natin yan mamaya.
Yeah, pero ang gagaling nila, very very inspiring rin. And then we're also involved we're setting up a virus testing lab also here, no? Kasi yung mga academics natin meron parang kakayahan, no? We have the capacity to do these things, so I just coordinate with other groups to help us do this kasi that's the need now, no? Massive testing, bulag tayo ngayon. Hindi natin masimulan yung ekonomiya kasi hindi nga natin alam kung sino yung kere, kung sino hindi. The other things behind the scenes. Alam mo yung mga nakikita niyong datos sa DOH, ganyan, galing yan na pinagtatrabahoan niya ng mga data scientist natin dito. No? Tahimik lang sila eh.
Galing.
Pero sila yung behind the scenes sa pagkukumpune at even the modeling, yung mga epidemiological modeling. So it's just one tool to help our government, the IATF, in their decision making. Si Doc Toby rin, nasa BCO Research, di ba? Yung kanyang coconut oil. Tuloy pa rin sila dito. So,
Pero Father, kunyari, kayong mga Jesuita, kasi I know they were so strict about you going out of the campus. Pwede na ba kayong magmisa or magbigay ng extreme unction? Yung mga ganun, mga sacraments ngayon? Kasi bawal daw noon, di ba?
Oo, hindi pa. Lalo na kung yung mga, marami sa amin matatanda na eh.
Yeah.
We have to be careful. In fact, we remember in France, no, one Jesuit community was almost wiped out. So anyway, hindi pa naman. Pero sana nga, kung malaman na nga kung carrier kami o hindi, ayaw rin namin manghawa.
That's true. But thank you for your daily sermons. Actually, I heard your mass. Your Fence and Gates sermon was really so good. Sabi ko, ang mga Atenista talaga ang pinakamagagaling magbigay ng homily. Maraming salamat. Anyway, Quiel, kayo naman sa mga estudyante, alam kong hindi kayo pwedeng makapunta sa campus para mag-ayos ng mga pamimigay sa mga komunidad. Pero ano yung mga efforts nyo pa rin hanggang ngayon?
Okay po. Una sa lahat, sinusuportahan din po namin yung Dream Team, Simbahan Likod ng Bayan, Tanging Yaman Foundation sa mga efforts ng university. Nakikita po namin na mahalagang maging united ang front ng Ateneo sa pagharap dito sa pandemic na ito. Maliban po doon, yung academic support din po sa mga students natin, syempre kasi nagkaroon ng iba't ibang changes sa mga memos, sa mga policies natin towards the end of April. So sinigurado ng mga administrators ay nasusundan ng mga faculty. So lahat, bukas lagi yung mga channels ng Sanggunian para lapitan ng mga students. Kung may concerns sila sa mga bahay nila, mental health concerns. Meron din po kaming mental health action week online. And syempre, iba't ibang efforts din namin, yung mga Coalition of Ateneans for Indigenous Peoples, nag-raise for the families in Daraitan, Rizal. Yung mga iba't ibang employees na nanghihingi ng tulong, sinusuportahan din po namin through our initiatives. Ayun po.
Very, very good efforts. Now we have to go through lang all the things that are happening now. Pahapyaw lang po siguro. Pero tingnan natin ang mga tugon ng bawat isa. Ma'am, nasa inquirer.net ngayon, the Metro Mayors will discuss the ECQ extension na baka posibleng hanggang June 15. Ang tanong ko po, kaya pa po ba natin ito ng mga kababayan natin? At kaya pa po ba nito ng ekonomiya natin? Paano po mangyayari? Ma'am, I texted you about this kanina. Sa tingin nyo, mag-extend pa?
Ito Noel, kung titingnan kasi natin yung datos, halimbawa the other day, isa sa mga highest na mga number of new cases.
That's true.
320 something, I think. Ito yung mga datos na tinitingnan natin. Tinitingnan natin yung capacity natin mag-test. Kanina, the other day, merong interview yung DOH. Ang sabi niya, parang less than 5,000 a day pa tayo.
That's
true. Yes, ang target natin is about 8,000 na minimum a day. Pero kanina may natanggap tayo ng balita na nasa 12,000 a day na yung capacity ngayon. So mabuti pa tayo. Kasi alam natin na yung ECQ, hindi naman ito napapatay yung virus. Binibigyan lang tayo ng mas maraming oras para makapaghanda. And mass testing is one of the things that we have to prepare for. Kasi dun din nakaangkla yung contact tracing.
That's true.
Pero in all of this, nakatutok lahat doon sa sana hindi magkalat yung virus.
That's true.
Pero yung as essential as controlling contamination is paano ba natin inaasikaso yung mga hindi kayang asikasuhin yung sarili.
Totoo po yan.
Kasi pag sinabi mong kailangan pa ba ma-extend, hindi na ba kailangan ma-extend, hindi lang to patungkol doon sa kalusugan, pero mabubuhay pa ba yung mga kababayan natin just in case i-extend pa. So sana sa usapin ng mga mayors, and I'm sure Kasi yung mayors, ito naman yung nakasalang on
Nasa
the
grassroots, yes.
So I am sure na pag diniscuss nila to, parating konsiderasyon yung kaya pa ba ng mga constituents nila.
That's true.
Kasi marami namang nilabas yung pamahalaan, marami siyang nilabas na tulong, pero dito natin kasi nakita yung kakulangan ng sistema natin.
That's
Ang unang kakulangan, kahit may budget, kahit may ipapamigay, wala tayong single database doon sa
Yeah.
mga tulungan. So,
Yeah.
yung implementasyon, malaking problema. So, ang tanong natin ngayon, naaabot ba natin yung mga kailangan nating maabot? And
That's true.
tingin ko yun yung crucial, yung assessment na yung mga hindi ba kayang asikasuhin yung sarili nila, may capacity ba tayo na asikasuhin sila?
That's nice.
Eto tingin ko, yung magiging sagot ko nakasalalay doon. Nakasalalay doon sa kaya bang asikasuhin. Pero tingin ko, Noel, yung pinakamagandang approach is gradual yung pag-release ng restrictions.
Yes.
Hindi pwedeng pag sinabi mong ECQ, okay. Pag sinabi mong lifted na ang ECQ, okay na lahat. Hindi
That's
pwede
true.
yun. And I think naman government is preparing for it. Nag-aabang tayo ng mga datos everyday. Nakikita naman natin na parating may adjustments everyday.
That's
And yung sinabi na mayors yung mag-uusap, medyo source of great relief siya for me. Kasi ito yung nakakaalam kung ano yung kahirapan ng kanilang constituents. So sila yung I think would be good decision makers para makapag-desisyon, kailangan bang i-lift, hindi ba kailangan i-lift, kung i-lift na, ano yung i-lift, kung may restrictions na i-relax, ano ba yung mga i-relax na restrictions. So that's what we are waiting for. Pero meanwhile na wala pa yon, as far as the office of the Vice President is concerned, we try to fill in the gaps.
That's true.
Nagpapasalamat din ako sa Ateneo, kina Father Jett, kasi tinutulungan nila kami. We are able to service some of our communities dahil sa kanila. Yung tuyo, Father Jett, ang laking tulong at tuwang-tuwa yung mga tao. Tuwang-tuwa yung mga tao na finally, tuyo na yung nakuha nila. Kasi parang sukang-suka na sila sa dalata ngayon. Nung binigyan kami ni Father Manuling ng mga tuyo, sobrang happy yung mga tao. Kaya maraming salamat, Ateneo.
Father Jett, ayun nga yung sinabi kanina, no? We are in the 11% mark dun sa testing compared to kunyari Vietnam na 21%. But medyo malayo-layo pa rin. So yung target nga natin na 7,000. Kasi actually yung target sinabi nila 20,000 per day. Yan yung ideal. Pero hindi pa natin nagagawa. Well, dun sa naman part na nasa kasama ng mga komunidad na tumutulong, Father, handa na po ba tayo?
Ay, handa na tayo sa
yun, nasa sa lifting or handa ba tayo? Kailangan pa ba ng extension ng ECQ?
Well, I agree with VP Leni, no, na if there is going to be any lifting, it has to be really phased, gradual. And at some point, see, right now, di ba, ang tendency is just to do humanitarian assistance, but we really have to shift, and we will shift to a developmental mode. No, we will have to capacitate our people. Naisip ko lang kasi alam mo, minsan naalala ko, tumira minsan ako sa Nabotas eh. And ang usual na livelihood na hanap buhay is pagkain eh.
Yeah.
Magigising ng 4:00, punta sa palengke, tapos i-repackage, lulutuin, tapos pagtitinda dun sa kanto. Yun ang pinakaalam lang ng mga tao eh. So kahit na yun, siguro baka pwedeng tingnan ano yung pwedeng livelihood na pwedeng ibigay agad-agad para masimulan na. Para sila rin magkaroon na rin ng parang purchasing power yung mga tao. But anyway, so yun, maraming question mark pa. Pero sige lang, subukan natin to. At tama si VP Leni sa pagsabi na yung mga mayor, sila talaga yung nasa frontline dito rin eh. So sila nakakaalam ng pulso. No?
At yung responsibilidad natin, yung filling in the gaps talaga. So, maraming salamat sa tuyo, Father.
Salamat anyway, sa mga benefactors, sila po yung...
Yes. Kel, kayo naman sa mga estudyante, nandun ba yung feeling na alis na ba ng mga bahay yung mga estudyante? Kasi parang yun yung pinalalabas ng media. Pero, well, I think, lalo na sa mga kaedad mo, di ba? Parang ano yung mga concerns ng mga estudyante ngayon?
Hindi naman po siguro sa alis na alis, pero may general feeling lang yung mga estudyante na, syempre bilang mga estudyante, gusto namin din maging productive. And this time, although syempre nakaka-cause din yun ng anxiety sa karamihan, pero naintindihan naman po namin na parang mahirap pa talagang umalis sa panahong ito. No, yun nga, nag-release na rin sila Father Jett ng memo kahapon tungkol sa Ateneo Blue Cloud, and sobrang grateful po kami na pinoconsult din yung mga students lagi sa ganun. Mahirap na adjustments ang magaganap, pero with how things are starting with the collaborative process with it, mukhang positive naman po ang dating niya. Well, yun, in general, kung maririnig nyo rin po ang tinig ng mga estudyante ngayon, talagang yung call for mass testing pa, sana po talaga ma-implement na yung mga laboratories na nationwide, yung iba't ibang laboratories sa iba't ibang provinces. Yun.
Yeah. That's good. And can I ask lang the VP, ma'am, yung Social Amelioration Program Fund, hindi pa nabibigay sa lahat. So, sabi nga, i-extend hanggang May 10. Sinabi first tranche lang raw yun, VP. Ano yung second tranche? Parang yun mas marami pang taong mabibigyan. So, kasi parang nag-iba-iba kasi yung sistema ng pagbibigay. Una, sabi daw hindi gagalawin ng LGUs, dapat DSWD, tas nag-iba po. So, sa tingin nyo yung ayudang yan, paano mas mapapabilis at magiging mas efficient?
At ito, Noel, gaya na sabi ko kanina, parang na-expose dito yung kahinaan ng sistema natin. Na dapat sana, kung maayos yung ating listahan, dapat sana nung nilabas yung pera, yung facility ng pag-distribute, walang problema. Pero ngayon...
At may dangal.
Sa nakikita natin ngayon, walang isang listahan.
That's true.
Isang listahan ng socio-economic profile ng mga tao. So, andyan na yung pera, hindi pa natin alam sino ba yung tamang recipients.
That's
so,
true.
tingin ko, yun yung kailangan nating ayusin. Yun yung kailangan nating ayusin. Pero at the same time, na kailangan natin siyang ayusin, alam natin na yung such a time as this, na extraordinary,
kailangan.
Kailangan andyan.
That's true.
Hindi siya pwedeng matagalan.
Yes.
Kasi yung tao, magugutom pag matatagalan. Halimbawa, Noel, ngayon, meron kaming team na umiikot dito sa Metro Manila. Kasama na din paminsan yung Bulacan, yung Laguna. Umiikot siya, ang dami naming nare-rescue na natutulog sa ilalim ng tulay, sa may sidewalk, kasi nawala ng trabaho or na-stranded, etc. etc. Ito yung mga tao na dapat sana makatanggap na para may makain na siya. Pero dahil wala siyang natatanggap, wala siyang nakakain, so kailangan niyang pagdaanan yung maraming kahirapan. Ngayon may mga kaibigan ako na nagsasabi na yung mga tricycle drivers sa lugar nila, awang-awa sila kasi kumakatok sa gate nila, humihingi na ng pagkain. Alam mo yun, yung 2 buwan kasing halos 2 buwan na naka-ECQ tayo, hindi lahat blessed na kahit nag-work from home, merong trabaho. Ay merong sweldo.
Totoo.
Ay yung iba kahit gusto magtrabaho, wala talagang sweldo.
Yeah.
So ito, hindi pwede itong bagala natin. Hindi pwedeng, dapat nito yung makatanggap na kaagad. Malaki talaga yung problema sa mga listahan natin. Halimbawa, kahapon yata nanonood ako ng parang video ni Mayor Vico. na naglabas
Puro
na
supplemental funds, di ba, yung binibigay niya?
Oo, andyan na yung pera. Pero yung kanilang listahan, nandun yung mga pangalan, wala yung mga address. So talaga yung mga volunteers nila, kailangan magbahay-bahay, kailangan isa-isahin. Para ano na yun, alam natin na yung Pasig ngayon has been, di ba?
Very proactive.
Sobrang proactive, mapalad yung mga taga-Pasig.
Atinista yan.
Pero nahaharap pa sila sa mga ganitong problema. Paano pa kaya yung iba? So ito, sana as we try to speed things up, gawin na natin itong pagkakataon para baguhin yung mga hindi tama in the
That's
past.
true.
Para moving forward, hindi na parang hindi forgivable na
Yes.
next time around problema pa din ito.
Ang ganda nga, no? Parang may isang post ako sinabi, lahat ng mga nararamdaman natin ngayon, sana hindi natin makalimutan sa susunod na eleksyon. Kasi yun na nga, parang we should like choose leaders eventually who can like really take care of us. Yun ko talaga.
Ano talaga? Ano naman to? Hindi lang siguro, Noel, sa politika. Sa lahat na bagay, sa negosyo, sa mga kabataan. Talagang it is in the worst of times, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Na
That you
lumalabas,
measure, di ba? That's true.
diba?
Systems.
So, hindi paminsan, lagi. Marami talagang aral yung mapupulot.
Maraming salamat, ma'am. Father Jett, ito naman. Siguro maraming mga tao ring tumatawag na rin sa inyo because of a lot of like issues on mental health. Ito na po yung may pagtaas na rin ng mga incidents ng abuse dito sa ating bansa dahil nga rin dito sa ECQ. Pero parang hindi ito masyadong pinag-uusapan pero nandyan, di ba? Parang relationships are at risk at this point. How do we like deal with this now?
Well, hindi ako psychologist, Noel, no? Pero may tulong, may tutulong, maraming handang
That's true.
magtulong, no, na makapagbigay ng psychological first aid, kumbaga, no? Nandiyan yung Boo Center, nandiyan yung, I think, yung Psychology Association of the Philippines. Meron rin silang mga serbisyo tungkol para sa mental health, no? Sa akin lang kasi ako rin, di ba? Lahat naman tayo may dinadaanan. Maalon. May mga araw na ang saya-saya mo, may mga araw na talagang latang-lata ka na nakaka-depress, no? Minsan tumatawa ka, minsan umiiyak ka, no? So talagang
Kailangan iproseso, no?
oo. Nakakatulong sa akin ay may komunidad ako dito.
That's true.
Wala. Ito yung pinakapamilya ko, no? So para kaming naging bata uli eh. So yung mga simpleng bagay lang sa bahay ginagawa, no? Pagwawalis, paglinis, yung diversion.
That's true.
Mahalaga yon na hindi mo, ayoko rin mag-social media kasi
Hinahanap nga kita. Sabi ko, yung post yata sa'yo, nasa Radyo Katipunan na post. Pero hindi sarili mong social media.
Pag tumitingin ako sa social media, yun, maalon eh. Minsan, yun nga, di ba? Iba-ibang mga balita eh. So, ang mahalaga yun nga, we look for anchors. No? Ang pag-aangkla ng sarili. Ang dasal mahalaga.
Dasal, tama yan.
Kasi, lalo na kasi buti na lang, marami nagre-request na ipagdasal. Maraming intention eh. So, it makes me forget myself.
That's true.
So, I'm able to get out of myself and try to and pray for others.
Very good, very good.
It helps, at least for me.
No, but you're serving us really from the vigil to all your sermons. Thank you, Father. Salamat sa mga dasal. Alam ko hindi madali yon. Sabi mo nga, last minute nga dumadating yung inspirasyon pero naitatawid ng maayos. Ito naman si Quiel, ayan. Ilang buwan, 2 buwan na rin halos hindi nakikita yung girlfriend. Mental health problem rin ba yun? Tapos mamaya kaakibat nun, siguro pupunta tayo sa susunod na issue, taga-ABS-CBN yung girlfriend. So meron ding nakaibang pinagdadaanan. So, well, how real is that? And you have that mental health parang department in Sanggunian.
Yes, sir. Siguro gusto ko na rin i-announce. I mean, from the start naman, nandyan po yung Commission on Mental Health at saka yung Commission on Anti-Sexual Misconduct and Violence ng Sanggunian. Kung hindi alam ng estudyante kung saan magsisimula, kung saang office pupunta, kung kanino hahanap ng tulong, sa kanila parang kung mas komportable kayo na kumausap ng kapwa estudyante nyo muna habang hindi pa kayo ready humarap sa mga professionals, maganda siguro starting point yon, sasamahan na kayo ng Sanggunian doon. Pero in general din po with respect to mental health, I think this time really calls for extra patience, not just with respect to our work, but also on a personal level with ourselves, with our families. We really need to be patient with ourselves, with each other during this time. Alam ko sabi ni Father Jett, maalon nga, pero makakaahon din po siguro tayo sa panahong ito na maalon. We're navigating through changes in both time and space. So, kasi tama yung online space nga, nakaka-drain din po talaga. So, it's
Unless
good to
you
take
use it
breaks
well,
from
no?
it.
Yun lang siguro.
Totoo po. It's
Parang
good to take breaks from it. So, yun.
make better use of it. Anyway, Quiel, yesterday you said you attended your last rally in Ateneo. Let's segue to that because it's the next, your last
Opo.
rally is about freedom of media freedom.
Yes, sir. Opo.
So how do you feel about it? Because like we'll talk about it at length. I was texting VP Leni about how I felt also kanina. What's the stand of the Sanggunian on the ABS-CBN shutdown?
Kakaiba po ito kasi hindi lang siya stand ng Sanggunian eh. Nagsimula po siya sa mga iba't ibang orgs na nagpalit ng profile picture with the colors of ABS-CBN, and hindi namin yung inorganize nung simula. As in organic pong nagpalit ng profile pictures yung bawat organization hanggang sa almost lahat meron na. And yesterday, 30 organizations from Ateneo de Manila joined us to speak out. Parang minention nila yung mga statements nila. And the sentiment really is to uphold democratic rights, to stand with the ABS-CBN workers, and in general, to defend press freedom. Yun yung nag-resonate sa mga students ngayon, sir.
Thank you. Father Jett, your position was so very specific. No? It was telling the Congress to like grant that franchise soon. It was very brave.
Well, first of all, no, that was really a statement of our own communications department. And when the issue came up, I was cautious at first, but then at one point, nagalit na rin ako eh. Hindi ako magagalitin na tao, pero sa galit, minsan nakakaiyak sa galit eh. Sabi ko, ang galing ng timing. Sabi, hindi
Oo, yun nga. But it was so evil. Sorry, but you have to say it. Parang nag-timing na hindi pwedeng mag-organisa at saka pandemic, di ba, Father?
No, I know. It's sad, no? And alam ko na yun. Alam ko na yung parang may script eh. Alam ko na may mga mangyayari eh. And the script is playing out right now, no? Parang planado eh. So, I hope it's not so diabolical because this is the time of the Holy Spirit. And wag nilang kalabanin yung Holy Spirit. Mahirap yung kalabanin yung Holy Spirit ngayon. Easter ngayon. So, sana mamulat naman ang ating mga decision makers. No? May batas, yeah, but kahit si Jesus sinabi, the law was made for man.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Not man for the law, for the Sabbath. Anyway, so yeah, I hope mabulaga. Ewan ko kung mabulaga. So sinasadya ba talaga to? No, pati yung timing, ewan ko. Pero yun, we just said we have to speak. And sabi ko kay Pia, when something so egregious is thrust into your face. Parang naalala ko yung Marcos burial din eh na. Yes,
nagulat na lang tayo.
You just have to speak,
Yeah.
And I'm glad that akala ko nga nag-iisa lang eh. Pero hindi, dami eh. You could see that people could resonate with that sentiment. So let's I hope our own decision makers can listen.
But thank you for that very brave statement. Ma'am Leni, ito na po. Kayo po yung hindi nagiging biktima ng kahit na anong script kasi ang dami na pong script against you na lalagpasan niyo po. Ma'am, ito lang. Parang we have come to a point na nagtuturuan na. Yung tipong tinatanong natin yung sarili natin, paano nangyari yun? Anong katotohanan yung pangahawakan natin? Kasi parang sabi, okay, the NTC will grant that request from, nabigyan sa parang utos ng Congress at ng Senado, hindi pa rin natuloy. So anong katotohanan po yung pwede nating kapitan ngayon, Ma'am Leni?
Sa akin kasi, Noel, nung nangyari yon, nagpalabas na ako ng statement. Pero mas bothered ako nung, gaya na sabi ni Father Jett, parang merong script papunta sa puntong ito. Pero mas bothered ako nung after the fact. Na makikita mo, ang daming trolls ulit. Ang daming trolls sa social media, pareho yung script. etc. Yung accountability, nagtuturoan na ngayon. Sa akin, simple lang. Halimbawa, yung script ngayon ng mga trolls, ina-enumerate yung mga kasalanan ng ABS-CBN. Kung bakit allegedly hindi na grant yung franchise.
Provisionary yan.
Pero sa akin Noel, simple lang naman. Hindi binigyan ng pagkakataon.
Harapin nila, that's
Hindi
true.
binigyan ng kasi yung hearing sana sa Congress, doon sana dapat i-thresh out ano ba yung mga violations.
That's true.
Pero kailangang paulit-ulitin na hindi nga sila binigyan ng pagkakataon.
That's
Ilang
true.
taon na nasa Kongreso pa ako, Noel, meron ng application. Pero inupuan. So ang para sa akin, simple lang naman ako abogado din ako, pero wag na natin pag-usapan yung legality. Pero yung sa atin may equal protection ng batas na dapat binigyan nung nag-apply, dapat binigyan ng pagkakataon. Kung may kasalanan, sabihin yung kasalanan, ano ba yung violation nun. Pero sa akin, Noel, kaya ako to bring up kasi parang nililihes the issue. Ako 11,000 yung mawawala ng trabaho.
That's true. Kasama sa unemployed, no?
Saka Noel, some of them personal friends. Meron ako mga kakilala na talaga nag-undergo ng depression because of this. Very personal siya sa atin lahat. Kahit wala akong kakilala, parang tayo lahat tumanda tayo nakasama natin yung ABS-CBN. Pero ito yung glaring kasi dito, yung abuse Yung abuse ng power na ito yung isang negosyo, by law, kailangan siyang humingi ng panibagong franchise sa Kongreso, pero hindi siya binibigyan ng pagkakataon. Lihis ito kung meron siyang violation kasi dapat i-discuss ito during the hearings. Pero kaya sa akin bothered kasi ano ba naman yan? Nasa pandemic tayo ngayon. Naisipan niyo pa ba to?
Politika pa rin.
Naisipan pa ba to? Pag tiningnan mo yung social media, maswerte si Father Jett, hindi nagso-social media. Pero pag tiningnan mo yung social media, yung panira sa ABS-CBN, parang iisipin mo, sana ito mga panirang ito na channel na lang sa mas maayos na diskusyon na makakatulong para sa mga kababayan natin na naghihirap ngayon. Bakit ganito pa? Pero ito, lesson ulit ito, Noel.
That's true. To be vigilant.
Lesson ulit ito. Nakikita natin yung vestiges nung pinagdaanan na natin.
That's true.
Kung napulot natin yung mga lessons in the past, dapat huwag na natin itong pagdaanan ulit. Pero hanggang hindi tayo natututo, dadaan ulit tayo sa ito, yung malagim na kabanata ng kasaysayan natin.
Ma'am, galing po kayo sa Kongreso. Sa tingin nyo, how fast or how slow can they act on this? Kasi ang dalawang remedy, sinasabi talaga congressional parang granting of the franchise, no? But there's another recourse na sinabi kaninang umaga sa Head Start ni Karen Davila. They can appeal to NTC and then, ito po yung medyo ako na-jolting, then appeal to the President. Ano po yung sa tingin nyo, reliable na pwedeng paraan?
Ito, Noel, ang paraan talaga nito, Kongreso.
Kongreso.
Kasi Kongreso ang merong mandate para mag-grant ng legislative franchises.
Ma'am, galing po kayo sa Kongreso, they only have, I think, 10 days na lang. 10 session days bago mag-June 3, tas June 4 recess po sila. So sa tingin nyo, kaya ng 10 days pag-usapan? Ito
kasi, Noel, hindi ito kung 10 days na lang o ano. Pero yung point dito, ilang taon na. Ilang taon na nag-a-apply. So sa akin,
kung gusto, may paraan.
Diba? Kung yung regular course papairalin, matagal na sana itong tapos. Pero yung tanong nga, bakit? Bakit hindi siya pinag-uusapan despite the fact na ang dami ng bills na na-file, ang dami ng authors, bakit ganito? Yung pressure na sa Kongreso in the past year or so, kasi nga patapos na, pero inupuan pa din. So yung tanong, bakit? Kasi nandun sa bakit yung abuse Nandun sa bakit yung political considerations. Madali siyang itago sa mga violations, etc., etc. Pero the fact is, hindi nyo tinake up. So,
That's true.
dapat ang tanong ng taong bayan, bakit?
At dun sa bakit na po yun, maraming ibang na-unmask na mga interes. Probably yung parang mga taong gustong kumuha ng share sa ABS. Well, while we were talking about, kanina nagte-text ng tao, how far do you think will ABS fight this, ma'am?
Ako sa akin kasi, Noel, nakikipaglaban tayo.
That's true. Kasi yun nga yung nakakatakot lang. We're fighting or taking their fight. Sana naman they will also until the end, no? With the bigger picture.
Ganon yun, Noel. Tayo nakikipaglaban tayo. Siyempre, ang tanong din natin, makikipaglaban din ba? Makikipaglaban din ba yung pinaglalaban natin? Kasi ganon naman yun, Noel. Yung tayong lahat nagagather strength dun sa pinaglalaban natin. Kung makikita natin yung pinaglalaban natin na papanghinaan, syempre papanghinaan din tayo. So yung sa atin, while we are willing to fight, sana klaro sa atin. Klaro sa atin na pinaglalaban natin yung between what is right and what is wrong. Sana sa lahat klaro din.
Ang sarap mong yakapin kasi may mga bagay na hindi lang natin masabi pero nararamdaman natin. Anyway, let's go now to school. I know, Vice President Leni will have to leave after the hour. But then, ma'am, what do you have to say about school now at this point na parang hindi pwedeng mag-face-to-face instruction? Maraming nakamiss ng graduation, end of the school year ngayon sa Ateneo. How do you feel about the education sector now?
Ako Noel, I prepared something for the graduates na para maiksing mensahe. Kasi gusto ko ma-realize nila what an incredible opportunity.
That's true. What a year it was, no? Really.
So kung payagan niyo ako, Noel, just to address our graduates.
Sige po, ma'am. Sige
si Quiel yung ating representative.
Okay, sige po. We'll listen to you. But it was also a different year for you. Kung school year, grabe rin po yung pinagdaanan nyo. Kasi mamaya pag-usapan natin yung pinagdaanan din ni Father Jett dito. Sa inyo po, you took on the drug czar portfolio during that school year. It was difficult. It was different. Pero napagwagihan nyo yun. You held yourself and that was so dignified a stance. And then napagdaanan nyo rin. Katulad nila yung ashfall, earthquake, tapos ngayon, ito yung
lahat na yata.
So, ma'am, address now your talk, your message to the graduates or the students in general.
Sige. Addressing the class of 2020 in a time of great uncertainty, I cannot help but look back to my own graduation in 1986. Katatapos lang ng EDSA revolution noon. Ilang buwan din kaming pinayagan na hindi pumasok sa aming mga klase para makiisa sa mga mobilization. Naging pagkakataon nito para isadiwa ang mga itinuro sa amin at palawakin ang sariling perspektibo. Looking back, kahit napakagulo ng panahon na yon, mapalad kami. Kasi hindi lahat na gumagraduate nabigyan ng parehong pagkakataon. Sa tingin ko, magkahanay ang karanasan namin ng batch of 1980, alam na tuloy yung edad ko, class of 1986 at ng class of 2020. Hindi typical ang panahon at ang graduation experience natin. May mga inasahan tayo sa pagtatapos na hindi siguro magaganap. Pero kasabay nito, may panawagang magnilay at maraming pagkakataon ang binibigay para sa pagbubukas ng isip. Ang pagkakataon nito ay extraordinary at unique sa batch ninyo. Alam nating may malawakang pagbabagong nangyayari sa buong mundo. Lagi tayong napapaalalahanan ng mga bagay na magiging iba sa inaasahan natin. How do we approach this change? May pakiramdam akong dito galing ang pangambang nararamdaman ng marami sa atin ngayon. We live our lives looking forward to certain things. And when it becomes clear that these things will probably not happen, we lose some of our anchorage. Dahil sa COVID-19, tinatanong natin ang sarili natin, mangyayari pa kaya ang inaasahan ko? At kung hindi ito mangyayari, ano kaya ang magiging kapalit nito? This is where your real work as graduates begin. With imagining the future, you are asked to answer questions like, how do we make sure technology brings people closer instead of driving us further apart because of the digital divide? If we can never go back to the old way of doing things, how do we make sure that the new world will be shaped more fairly, more equitably, in a way that bridges social gaps and dismantles the injustices of the past? How do we relate with one another in a post-COVID world? Ganitong mga klaseng tanong ang kailangan nating pasanin ngayon. Walang maihahain na tiyak na sagot, pero mula sa kinatatayuan ko, galing sa sarili kong karanasan at sa pagkakaintindi sa mundo, siguro ito ang masasabi ko. Walang ibang paraang tumugon sa sitwasyon kundi ang kumilos ng palabas at pasulong. Mulat tayo sa mahabang kasaysayan ng sangkatauhan. Walang lahi na nakaalpas sa lindol o bagyo nang nagkakanya-kanya. Walang komunidad na nakakabangon mula sa digmaan nang hindi nagtutulungan. Tayo mismo, mula sa pananakop hanggang sa martial law, nakantindig tayo dahil pinagsama-sama natin ang lahat ng kaya nating iambag at ginawa ang lahat ng kaya nating gawin. In times of hardship, many will feel the impulse to think only of oneself or of one's immediate circle. Let us resist that impulse. We must expand the circle of whom we treat as important. Kung sino ang tutulungan, sino ang iintindihin, sino ang aalagaan. Social distancing aside, we cannot shrink back into our bubbles, fragment into old affinities, build barriers between those we know and those we don't, kasi apektado ang lahat ng virus. Hindi ito kumakatok. Hindi nangangailangan ng passport para maglakbay. Hindi namimili ng laman ng bank account. Sangkatauhan ang hinahamon. At buong sangkatauhan ang dapat tumugon. Yan ang ibig kong sabihin kapag sinabi kong palabas. Ang ibig ko namang sabihin sa pasulong, hindi tayo pwedeng magpa-paralyze sa pangamba. Each small task, each small effort counts. We must approach the future with grit. Nung namatay yung asawa ko noong 2012, hindi ko alam kung ano ang laman ng kinabukasan. May panahon na yung simpleng pagbangon, parang napakalaking effort ang hinihingi sa akin. Pero kailangan. May 3 anak akong umaasa sa akin. Maraming tungkulin. At maraming taong patuloy na naniniwala sa mga prinsipyong ipinaglaban ni Jessie. Here's what I learned. The simple act of picking something up and putting it in its right place gave a sense of comfort, of anchorage, in my own time of uncertainty. Yan ang binabalikan ko sa mga gawain namin dito sa OVP nitong nakaraang mga buwan. Alam ko na sa bawat food pack na maisilid ko sa supot, may isang taong hindi magugutom. Sa bawat metrong matahak ng shuttle service namin, may isang magulang na makakauwi sa kanyang pamilya. Sa bawat PPE na maihahatid sa amin ng mananahe, may isang doktor o nurse na mapoprotektahan laban sa virus. Na mapapangiti ang bawat natutulungan dahil alam niyang hindi siya nag-iisa. Palabas at pasulong. This, my dear graduates, is how I propose we approach the future. Hindi ko alam kung kakilala nyo o nabasa nyo yung sinulat ng nobelistang si Arundhati Roy. Isang portal tungo sa bagong mundo ang dinaranas natin ngayon. Diin pa niya, and I quote, "We can choose to walk through it, dragging the carcasses of our prejudice and hatred, our avarice, our data banks and dead ideas, our dead rivers and smoky skies behind us. Or we can walk through lightly with little luggage, ready to imagine another world and ready to fight for it." Close quote. Earlier, I mentioned the task of imagining this future. Sa tingin ko, ngayon pa lang, nakikita na natin ang bakas ng kinabukasan na kailangan natin para masigurong magpapatuloy ang sangkatauhan. Nakikita natin ito sa napakaraming mga scientists na nagtutulungan para lalong mapadali ang pag-develop ng lunas at bakuna para sa COVID-19. Nakikita natin ito sa mga lingkod bayan na nag-iisip ng malikhaing paraan para makatugon, na pinipiling tratuhin ang nasasakupan bilang mga kapwa-taong nakakaramdam ng gutom, takot at pagkalito, at hindi sila tratuhin na mga basta nagmamatigas lang laban sa mga patakaran. At sa halip ay gaya nating lahat naghahanap ng paraang magpatuloy mabuhay sa harap ng matinding pangamba. Nakikita natin ito sa mga journalist na ibinibilad ang sarili sa panganib para magpatuloy ang daloy ng tama at napapanahong impormasyon. Nakikita natin ito sa mga doktor, nurse, driver ng shuttle, mga taong nagdadala sa atin ng pagkain at pinapanatili tayong ligtas. Nakikita ko ito sa mga kabataang nagvo-volunteer or nagdo-donate ng kahit maliit na halaga na pumapalag sa social media kapag nakikita nilang may kulang, may hindi tama, may mahalagang dapat ipaglaban. The future that humanity needs to flourish is one populated by the selfless, by the brave, by people resolved to do everything they can to make things better for everyone else. So maraming salamat, Class of 2020, for taking the lead in shaping this future. Congratulations on your graduation.
Whew. Spoken like a real mother of the nation. And we also have to thank you and greet you an advance Happy Mother's Day, Ma'am Leni.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day po.
Happy Mother's Day.
And I ask you this, no? Parang kung nagkakaisa lang talaga yung tatay, yung haligi ng bayan at saka yung puso ng bayan, pwede. But you're open to that. Di ba? Parang yung sana ngayon sa mga pasya at mga direksyon ng bayan, nandiyan naman kayo para laging nakaalalay, di ba?
Andito lang parate, Noel. Pero yun yung siguro yung pinakamensahe na yung kabataan will really take the lead. Dahil paniniwala ko dumadaan talaga tayo sa portal eh. Kami ni Father Jett, nandun na kami sa sunset. Pero sinakyel yung papasok. Sinakyel yung papasok sa portal na sana hindi nyo nagawin yung aming mga pagkakamali.
So, Quiel, kayo yun. Henerasyon nyo yan, Quiel. Pero, ma'am, one message to Father Jett probably now who's there, as our leader in Ateneo. Parang mag-graduate din, pero, well, extended at masaya kami na siya yung leader namin.
Ginalita na, Noel, ng aking mga anak kanina. Nagre-rejoice sila na hanggang July daw si Father Jett. Alam mo, hindi lang July. Alam mo naman yung mga anak ko, mga atenista. Pero napansin ko, Noel, tayo naka-blue, si Father Jett lang yung naka-gray. Actually, Father Jett, sana alam mo how much of a moral compass you are to many of us. Marami kaming umaasa o marami kaming nagde-depend sa guidance mo. Napaka-extraordinary ng time na pinagdadaanan natin, pero assured kami with your presence. Sabi mo nga, kahit hindi kayo pinapalabas, kahit nagwawalis-walis ka lang, inaabangan namin yung mga sermon mo. Inaabangan namin yung mga sasabihin mo. In fact, yung Ateneo as a whole, not just Father Jett, pero yung Ateneo community as a whole has been a big source of strength for many of us. Actually, bago ako umalis sa bahay, kaninang umaga, pinapakita sa akin ng mga anak ko yung Zoom na Mary for You.
Yeah. At nanguna siya, kumanta siya.
Sobrang ganda. Hindi ako atenista. Hindi ako atenista, pero pag naririnig ko yon, yung symbolism niya sa akin is a united front eh. Pag naririnig ko yung Mary for You, syempre UAAP ang naaalala ko.
At magkatunggali tayong eskwelahan, pero okay.
Oo nga. Lumalabo na kami ngayon. Pero yung UAAP kasi pag pinapanood mo, halimbawa yung Ateneo community, for example, ano to eh, mula sa pinakabata hanggang sa pinakamatanda nagkakaisa for a particular goal. Dapat ganun tayo bilang isang bansa. Diba? Dapat ganun tayo isang bansa na despite our many differences, pagdating sa isang goal, pagkaisa tayo. And Ateneo has shown that to the entire community, even to non-Ateneans like myself. So maraming salamat for your leadership, Father Jett. Kay Quiel naman, happy graduation.
Thank you po.
Kahit very atypical na panahon na to, believe me, pagdating na maraming panahon, you will look back to this day. And distinct honor na nagtapos ka sa isang time of great upheaval. Kasi yun din yung nagbibigay ng sense of hope para sa mga kabataan pareho mo na we will do things better.
Some final words for our dear Vice President, the mother of our nation. Quiel, ikaw muna bago si Father Jett.
Wait lang,
Before we let her go.
Naiyak ako sa message ni Ma'am, sorry. Ayan, ang tagos talaga sa puso. Tagos sa puso, tagos sa isip. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am, mula sa simula. Kayo po yung nakikita naming makakapitan sa panahong ito. Sa Sanggu, sa mga kabataan ngayon na sinusubaybayan pa, na dumadanas nitong mga pinagdaraanan natin sa COVID. Makikita ko po yung efforts nyo sa Facebook ng mga ano nyo dyan.
Maraming atinista dito.
Opo. Maraming salamat, Ma'am. Alam ko po yung mga nakikinig din po na atinista dito ngayon. Isa sa puso nila yung mga words nyo. Sana po makasama rin namin kayo sa pagtawid dun sa portal na yun.
Father Jett, your final words to our
Happy graduation
VP.
ulit. Congratulations.
Salamat po.
Well, gusto ko lang sabihin, Leni, maraming salamat rin sa iyong pamumuno. Quiet and gentle but powerful leadership. Gusto kong sabihin sa mga atenista, yun ang kailangan, lalo na sa mga panahon to, no? Yung mag-aral kayo, pero mag-aral kayong mamuno, no? To lead. Madaling sabihin magkaisa, pero alam natin na hindi ganun kadali na pagkaisahin tayong lahat. Madaling ang buwagin. Ang daliling buwagin ng isang grupo. Gumawa ka lang ng isang masamang bagay, mahahati mo yung grupo na yon. No? Kasi yung iba hindi alam kung ano yung tama, ano mali. And Leni's leadership, and I remember also Jessie, I think these are, yours is a principled leadership. Minsan nakakatakot kasi alam mo, di ba? Tayo naman mga leader, minsan alam naman natin yung kahinaan natin. No? Tao rin tayo. May mga alon, and sometimes the temptation really to give up is very strong, kasi bakit ko asikasuhin yung ibang tao kahit yung sarili kong pamilya kailangan kong alagaan, di ba? Yun yung naalala kong mga tanong ng mga leader why should I worry about the community, the common good, no? Pero alam natin na to whom much has been given, much shall also be demanded. And God has given us these talents, not really just for ourselves, but for others. And I think leadership is so much needed now in times of drastic upheaval, changes. Sabi ko, courage, courage. I say that to myself too. Courage to also our young graduates. Paano ba tayo tumatapang? Ang alam ko, at least, hindi ako tumatapang pag nag-iisa ako. If I feel alone, I become a coward. And I think it's always good to remind us that there are many of us. There are many of us. Yung song for Mary na yan, alam mo, it's so consoling na to see that there is something larger than ourselves that's keeping us together. And that's what will keep us together, something bigger than us, no? Certainly not ourselves. So, and that's what leaders try to do. They try to point us to that larger than life thing that brings us together, this sense of nation. or even this sense of being one faithful or church, no? It's important. It's important for us to always go beyond that, beyond our own parochial sometimes or provincial concerns. So I thank Leni for being that light. You are not alone. You are not alone. And there are many others, young lights like Quiel, who would be willing to enlist themselves so that this becomes a bonfire.
Anyway, thank you, Ma'am Leni. We will let you go for a while, and then as when we come back, we will have Father Jett Villarin with his guitar, probably, and then Quiel. We will play lang music. We'll take a break for a while. We'll have 2 songs, relevant songs for those who are graduating and those who ended their SEM today. And then we're coming back with Quiel and Father Jett to talk about Ateneo, the school year, 2019 to 2020. And then we'll be joined by a world-class Atenean. Kaya stay tuned. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Leni, and happy Mother's Day po.
Leni, God bless you. God bless
Maraming
you.
salamat po.
Thank you.
Maraming salamat.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. I see the kids in the streets without enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer disregard, a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know
I'm starting with a man in the mirror.
Oh yeah.
I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Na 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 na.
Oh, I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there's some with no homes, not a nickel too long.
Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone?
A willow deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern on the wind, you see, cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me.
I'm starting with a man in the mirror.
Oh yeah.
I'm asking him to change his ways. Oh, change. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I'm starting with a man in the mirror. Oh yeah. I'm asking him to change his ways. Oh, change. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Whoa, yeah.
I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer.
If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. You gotta get it right while you got the time, cause you can close your heart and you can close your mind. Starting with a man in the mirror. Oh yeah. Asking him to change his ways. And no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself then make a change. Na 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 na. Oh, oh, change, na 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 na. Make that change.
Lying in the gloom of my lonely room, thinking of how to reach you, dreaming of having you. I believe in dreams, I believe in miracles, I believe that toy balloons can reach and touch the moon. But I can feel that what's inside me is for real. Oh, and I know someday I'll have the chance to prove and say 3 simple words will come your way. I know I'll have the chance someday, 'cause I believe in I believe that toy balloons can reach and touch the moon. I don't have the courage and the will to say the words, but I can feel that what's inside me is for real. Oh, and I know someday I'll have the chance to prove and say 3 simple words will come your way. I know I'll have the chance someday, the chance for me to say that I love you. Oh, I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, I love you. I believe in dreams. I believe your dreams will all come true.
student like you quarantined with the parents and with a brother in the States and with a fellow Atenean brother who's not able to do ceremonies also. And who's
Marami,
recently
sir.
awarded by the Loyola schools with an arts award pero walang seremonya din.
Marami, sir. Una sa lahat, dahil nga apat kami dito sa bahay plus yung iba pa. Ay anim kami in total dito sa bahay. Iba't ibang meetings. So minsan pag nagsasabay po yung meetings tsaka nagsasabay yung mga kunyari may online rehearsals or may online meeting yung kapatid ko, may online meeting rin ako, yung tatay ko rin, yung nanay ko rin. Ang hirap po sa
No, but
internet
it's healthy daw, ha? It's healthy na may kanya-kanyang buhay pero may pagbubuo pagkatapos. Kasi if you get into each other all the time, parang, uy, magkakasawaan din.
Ang hirap lang po humanap ng space tsaka ng tawag dito, ng enough internet
And connectivity.
speed.
Yes. Pero parang social sin maghanap niyan kasi some other people may not have that space and that connectivity
Oo
also.
nga
Pero,
po eh. So,
yeah,
yun.
that's a reality that we have to contend with, space and connectivity. What other concerns yung pinagdadaanan ng isang estudyante
I
or
think,
ex-student
sir,
na pala after this?
I think, sir, for students, madalas kasi napag-uusapan yung shift from physical to online space. Pero parang yung time din, kailangan din po atang pag-usapan. Kasi asynchronous nga rin po yung learning na magaganap based on sa memo ni Father Jett kahapon.
Yes.
No? Kasi ang hirap nga po dahil hindi tayo pare-parehas ng level of connectivity. Tapos, hindi rin tayo pare-parehas ng oras talaga. May iba
That's
na may ibang kailangang gawin na responsibility sa bahay or para sa pamilya. Kaya talagang yung asynchronous approach to this social
That's
world.
true.
To this
And
online
also,
world.
yun nga, parang habang pinagdadaanan natin yung pag-aaral, meron din tayong sariling buhay na kailangan asikasuhin, no? Some people are worrying about yung nga, tatay or nanay na nawalan ng trabaho, yung ganong reality, or OFW na mga kasama sa bahay.
Or para sa mga graduating po, yung paghahanap ng trabaho.
At a point na grabe yung unemployment. So yun nga yung sasaluhin natin. Anyway, since the two presidents are here now, I'll ask you about, good assessment, probably a fair assessment of the year, of the school year, 2019 to 2020. How was it generally and what were the highlights of this particular school year? For you, Quiel, go.
Highlights. Well, yung makaka-relate ang lahat ay yung 3-peat.
Okay. At least you had a three-peat this year. Okay, go.
Marami, sir eh. Anong happy highlights po ba to? Or
No, whatever. What will stick to you?
ano kaya?
Si Father nag-iisip na rin kasi parang ang dami rin nangyari. Parang kakaiba ito yung mga nangyari sa atin, hindi natin lahat inaasahan. Yun, a lot of things happen beyond our control.
Ako every time po na may sense of community sa Ateneo, sobrang highlight yun for me. Maliban dun nga sa 3-peat. Yung week before going to Christmas break, yun ako favorite ko po talaga yung mga ganong moments na parang ang warm-warm ng campus. Marami pang big things na naganap pero ang hirap balikan. Wait, ang hirap balikan sa memory.
Well, I saw you and I knew you a year ago when it was a major thing also, a major highlight. I knew it was the day when Ateneo landed number 1 in the bar exams, but also, that point, the Arete issue, but it is last school year, very last school year. Father Jett, kayo po, how was your year? It was quite a year too.
Yes. I August pa lang, I knew that I was already going to, in a sense, step down. So I was already on a mode na, wrapping up.
Transition.
Letting go, ganon. So, and I was already trying to recall, the things that have happened the last, actually 9 years. No? So this is even before Kiel's time. And looking back, there were many trials.
Yeah.
Many trials. I remember one of the first trials, wala pa si Kiel noon, but 2012, was it the reproductive health bill?
Oh, yes.
And that was I remember because I was talking to the faculty about this, and there were people on both sides of the issue. And I said, grabe, ganito pala dito sa Ateneo de Manila, no? I had come from Cagayan de Oro, and then to Ateneo de Manila, which was, Ateneo is my alma mater. But that was just the beginning of many trials. I would say trial, kasi they can sound heavy or negative, but they've also given me strength, these trials. Alam mo, naalala ko nung reproductive health bill na yan, there were Ateneans who were debating, debating contraception on social media, and they were taking on the elders, because, on both sides. We can do this, we can argue, di ba? And without unraveling, without divorcing.
That's true.
We can voice our opinions, our own principles. And after that, remember the Imelda Marcos thing, she came campus, and sabi ko, wow, ito na naman. It's been a series, no?
But those were all principled stands that you had. So we're really proud of you there.
Well, that's when we galvanized also. The community came together. And if you ask me, one of the highlights for me was, I think, 2015 ba yun? When we went, yung, saan ba yung libing? Kailan ba yung libingan?
Yeah.
Nalilito na ako
yes, 2017/2016.
Father, doon ako nag-start mag-take ng maintenance medicine when I tried like walking from Ateneo to EDSA Shrine.
Ako rin po yun yung unang rally na na-attendan ko sa Ateneo, at parang yun din yung awakening ko, yung libingan tsaka yung Marcos burial.
That's true.
Yeah.
Tapos pagandahan ng mga slogans, di ba? Ng mga millennial slogans. And we had the best. Pero sabi ko, hindi ko na kayang maglakad.
Yeah, so I was very much very much moved by that, kasi hindi ako yun eh. I mean, just upwelling, a surge,
That's true.
From our young ones, the Ateneans. In fact, I remember I was being interviewed by CNN at that time. Did you lead them? No. They led me.
That's good. That's good.
And
participative leadership.
And first time, yun nga, dun sa EDSA, di ba? Pinakit ako sa stage. Sabi ko, hindi ako ganito eh. Hindi man ako makit. Sabi ko.
Totoo yan.
But yun nga, sometimes that's you're thrust into these these different stages. So anyway, it's been, I think, it's been a wild ride, but it's been a great ride, really. It's really a privilege to lead an institution like the Ateneo. What I wanted to say kanina pero di ko na rin nasabi is,
no, hold it, mamaya. You'll have a final word for them.
Meron ba? Sorry.
Okay. But sabi nga ni VP Leni, parang mapalad yung Ateneo na kayo yung leader at this particular time kasi pasulong. Yun yung ano talaga. But Father, let's go back to what was your happiest moment in Ateneo given your term? During that particular term that you have. Kailan kayo masasabi yung pinakamasaya ka?
Iba-iba. Actually, hindi ko...
Parang, when did you feel that ito yung top of mind?
Well, actually, yung that time of the Marcos burial, I don't know. That's one of the happiest times, really. I know, it was a time full of rage, pero...
That's true.
But that was also a time of... I don't know.
Ay, buhay pa pala yung gano'n, no?
Yeah.
Yung gano'ng prinsipyo.
Yun na... Akala ko wala na yung that people were indifferent. Hindi. So nabuhayan muli, and for me, I think that's one of I would always go back to that.
Ganda. Quiel, ikaw naman, what was your happiest moment in your presidency naman? Parehong dalawang presidente.
A year ago today, sir, siguro yung unang-unang rally ko as a president din. Doon ko rin unang na-feel kasi na may mga kasama ako dito sa journey na may mga willing din na sumama sa akin sa sa lansangan na mag-rally para sa mamamayan. Ang rally po na yun ay lakbay ng taong bayan. Parang yung mga iba't ibang sectors, pumunta po sila sa Ateneo. Naglakbay sila sa buong Luzon, kung tama yung naalala ko. Pumunta sila sa Ateneo para matulog, parang magpahinga muna saglit para po to sa eleksyon kasi gusto nilang marinig yung mga hinaing nila tungkol sa bayan.
Ganda.
Tapos nagkaroon din po kami ng misa dun sa tapos kumain kami sama-sama after. Yun yung mga ganong moments po sir na hindi lang siguro sama-samang nagagalit, pero yung mga sama-sama ring kumakain, sama-sama ring nalulungkot, sama-samang natutuwa. Yun, yung mga ganong moments po talaga masaya para sa akin.
Then, naging tambayan ng Gate 3 dahil sa inyo, di ba?
2.5 po ang gamit namin.
2.5.
Kakaiba. Anyway, pangalawa, what may be your saddest moment as a president? Go, Kiel. Kailan mo naramdaman yung, oy, ang lungkot naman pala to, dito?
March 9, sir, yung last day po namin sa campus.
Ngayon. Okay.
Parang,
Bring us to that.
Sir, hindi naman namin ine-expect na talagang last day na yun pero parang may idea na kami na baka magbago na talaga yung daloy ng semester na to para sa atin or ng buong buhay natin. So, on that day, parang naghahanda na kami na i-cancel yung mga projects, gawing online yung ibang mga projects. Ang lungkot po talaga nun kasi yung mga project heads namin, sobrang nagbigay sila ng effort para maging posible yung mga... May last 3 projects pa kami, which is yung One Big Pride, yung Mental Health Action Week, at saka yung Women's Month initiatives. Lahat yun parang kinailangan naming...
I-transport maging online.
Transport, maging online, or yung mga hindi na kaya, bitawan.
Okay.
Yun sir, yung pagbibitaw, medyo masakit po talaga yun.
Father, ano naman po yung pinakamalungkot? Hindi naman yata mahirap sa'yo or yung pagbibitaw ba ganun kasakit? Or pinaghandaan mo rin yung pagbibitaw?
Well, nung nasabihan na nga ako, naghahalo yung damdamin ko, syempre.
That's nice.
Partly, sabi ko, maganda na rin na, I think it is time to let go. And I think, medyo parang nagplaplateau na yata ako noon as a leader. No? And for me kasi, kami mga Jesuita, di ba? We take this as mission.
That's true.
Di ba? And I've always, for me kasi what's dear to me is I was trained to do climate work. And I'm in my element when I'm there.
That's true.
So, sabi ko baka pwede naman na makabalik sana kung and kung hindi ako presidente, hindi ibig sabihin na I will not stop kumbaga leading, no?
That's true.
And the one who inspired me kasi was Greta. Si Thunberg, a young person, no? 17 years old, and she came to the fore around this time, di ba?
Yes.
And I said, I felt dapat siguro ito na rin makabalik rin because climate can be also one of the
That's true.
important issues of our time. So anyway, letting go was bittersweet.
Yeah.
Because yun nga, it's really a privilege to be with people. Kasi that's one thing about leadership. You get to know so many kinds of people.
That's true.
And alam mo, maraming mababait sa Ateneo. Alam mo, meron mga salbahe rin, no?
You had to say it. Pero pinagdadasal mo sila.
No, parang mga Jesuita rin naman yan. Maraming mga salbahe rin Jesuita. But it's really been, if things moved, if things are moving, it's because there is this interior, I don't know, this interior thing, may call it spirit, that's really moving all of us. And it's so easy in a way to tap that spirit interior spirit kasi people are open to it.
But Father, what did you realize about yourself in your presidency? Ano yung mga bago nung natuklasan? Ay, kasi I know you to be so cool. Sabi ko nga sa mga school forum natin noon, parang ikaw yung ayaw ng matagal na meetings and you want people to get to the point fast. Ano yung, and you're so cool when you were a leader in your department. So, anong natuklasan nyo sa sarili nyo?
Yeah, patience. At least it taught me patience. There are, there are people who value process, di ba?
That's true.
There are people who value content or the outcome right away. So it has taught me then to respect the many styles, many personalities of people. So. And Ateneo de Manila is so different. So maybe ganun eh. I mean, if you, it's like the Jesuits. No, you have a group of very talented people. They are outspoken. They have their opinions. And you wonder what makes us stick. What makes us come together then? I mean, we should have disbanded a long time ago because we are all, strong-willed. And, we have our strong opinions. But,
it's a diversity, no?
Yeah, but
and you were able to weather that, Father. Congratulations.
Yeah. What brings us together is, as leader, you just point people to
the right,
point people to the things that bring us together.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Quiel,
anyway.
what did you realize about yourself in your presidency?
Ganun din po yung difficulty ng pag-engage with different kinds of people.
That's true.
Ang dami ko pong boses na narinig sa nakaraang taon. Tapos, syempre ang hirap din po kasi isa lang ako pero ang dami ng boses.
But in the end, you have to
pero
discern.
Eventually, totoo po yun. I had to discern. Pero na-realize ko parang months into it. Actually, hanggang sa ngayon na parang pinapaalala pa rin sa akin ng mga kasama ko sa Sanggu na sama-sama kami nagdi-discern. Parang group discernment ang nagaganap.
Okay.
May iba't ibang boses kami na mahalaga rin.
So what kind of leadership, pag sinabi, anong klaseng leader si Quiel, ano yung magtatatak dun sa batch mo or sa leadership mo sa Sanggunian?
Ako po ba yung sasagot? Pero,
anong klase ka? Parang gano'n. I guess you were the one, you did good house cleaning, di ba? Parang pagkatapos ito, any other president can take over and then ayos yung sistema, no?
Masaya po ako na si JB na VP ngayon ay mag-step up kasi mapupush pa rin yung mga remaining projects online. Pero siguro yung klase ng leader po, yung klase ng leadership na sinubukan kong gawin sa Sanggunian ay parang yung leader na nagpapadaloy ng kapangyarihan. Parang hindi ko siya hinahawakan.
Sa'yo, okay, yeah.
Opo, hinahayaan ko lang siyang dumaloy sa iba't ibang tao or nagiging instrumento lamang po ako para mag-translate yung power na yun sa iba't ibang sectors na nangangailangan ng empowerment.
That's good. Empowering other people. Father Jett, sa inyo, how will people how will they remember your kind of leadership? I know you were a leader at a very crucial time, and thank you for living up to that.
When I was being interviewed many years ago in 2005 by Xavier University, Ateneo de Cagayan, one of the questions asked of me was, so Father, what is your leadership philosophy? Yun ang reaction ko, tumawa ako.
Okay.
Ano yun?
Because you live it out, di ba, Father?
So, I've never really philosophized about my leadership. No? And, Quiel, kasi sometimes I wonder, when I was a student, I was made a leader. I mean, sometimes you don't see it, diba? You don't see yourself as a leader, but others do. Yeah. So in the beginning, when I was a student, when I was being thrust into these things, what do they see in me that I do not see in me? and sometimes there's denial pa. And
Or you're being
perhaps,
modest.
maybe, but I guess people would see that maybe this person can bring us together. This person
That's
can rally us. That is not threatening. It's not threatening to divide us. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is hindi sapat na maging mabait.
Totoo naman yun. Totoo naman
Diba?
yun.
Hindi lang kabaitan at hindi lang expertise. Sometimes
That's true.
people make you a leader because you're good at something.
Mhm.
You're just good at that. It's not, and leadership is more than just a craft. So anyway, if you ask me, I think I'm not a details person really. I'm more like a strategic. I like to see it. I like to see the broad
The
strokes.
big picture, yeah.
Where are we going?
That's true.
Ano yung end game nito? So my weakness itself is really in the admin operations part, even in the tactical part. But when it comes to strategy, I come alive, kasi
Yes, Father. I think parang ikaw yung nakita namin. I may be wrong, but I'm never confused. Ikaw yung ganong klaseng leader. Yung tipong ipaglalaban mo talaga yung pinaniniwalaan mo.
Well, I think I got that also from my parents. That yung prinsipyo. And I know it's not easy kasi nga there are many interests.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know what came over me. Why did I even decide to enter the Society of Jesus?
But then, Father, thank you. But then, yung siguro pagkakapareho nyo ni Quiel, you're coming from the sciences. But in a sense, you're able to balance yourself out with the arts. Father, when my mom was listening to your fences and gates sermon, sabi niya, is he a literary person? Sabi ko, scientist yan. Taga-science yan. But the way you put your homily, it's yun, sapiensya, eloquensya. May ganyan naman tayong tradition. But you really do it well, Father.
Oh, well, I guess there is a musical strain in our family also.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess that's part of who I am, the talents that have been given me. But it's also liberating, actually.
That's true.
That you might have a scientific. For me, kasi parang science, art, halos.
Galing, no?
An equation for me is poetic.
Galing.
Diba? It's almost like a tweet. E is equal to MC squared. Ilang characters lang.
Oh, here, coming from Philippine Science High School and now Ateneo, who's able to marry science, ECE, and the arts, and now an arts awardee. Quiel, how do you manage to do that? Di ba? Parang yung iba, left brain lang, right brain lang.
Hindi sir, talaga na nababalance out ng mga natututunan ko na sa arts and sa sciences yung isa't isa. Parang sa sciences, natututo akong maging eksakto. Tapos sa art naman, natututo akong maging mas malaya. So parang nababalance niya. Hindi ako masyadong nagfo-focus sa pagiging malaya ako. Parang alam ko rin kung paano paano bang tawag doon?
To box in, no?
Oo, i-box in pag kinakailangan.
That's true. So how about self-care now? As a leader, you're meant to take care of other people, but now talk about your self-care principle. Kayo ba yung nakakalimutan yung sarili niyo, or you also have time for yourself to reflect, or to reflect and look for something that would make sense dun sa inyong kind of leadership?
Ako? Well,
yes, Fads.
Kung may panahon, nanonood ako ng sine.
Pero paano na ngayon? Netflix, are you a Netflix fan?
Nasimulan ko na yung Money Heist.
Okay.
Simulan ko na siya. Kaya lang, hindi ako nakakatuloy. These days, at least the last week, hindi na ako nakakanood eh. Pero for me, kasi nga minsan mahaba yung mga sine.
Okay.
Music. For me, is
true.
is liberating.
Music daw, Quiel, but Quiel is more for the arts, theater, no?
Opo, ano lang. Pero
It's a
syempre,
nice,
the past year, hindi ako nakapag-theater.
Okay.
So, ang naging, ewan ko, yung mga friends talaga yung naging anchor ko. My girlfriend, syempre, pag nag-date kami, we treat our meals as opportunities to rest. Parang
Ang galing. So, now, Father, what will you miss most after your term?
What will I miss most? Oh my. Oh.
Naisip mo na ba yun, kunwari? Or you're so looking forward to your sabbatical?
Actually, di ko rin naman alam kung saan ako pupunta. Even before COVID struck, I was already being asked, what will you do in your sabbatical? Sabi ko, ang naisip ko, I'd like to go back to science,
Okay.
like to study again a little bit, medyo kinakalawang na yung utak ko. So I was really planning to do that, pero ayun na nga, nawala. So sige lang, I'll just,
Pero parang ngayon, sabbatical tayo, no? In quarantine?
In a way, yes. But it's also, in a sense, a challenging time kasi
That's true.
tinatawid natin yung Ateneo to the Ateneo Blue Cloud,
That's true.
Medyo mataas yung ulap na yun eh. Kailangan.
That's true.
But we're excited also kasi nga this is a real challenge. I wanted to tell Quiel and the young and our Ateneans, no? Kasi nga, how do you do formation? How do you do character development and all these values in front of a screen, a small screen.
Iba, no?
Iba. It's
the feeling of isolation and being distant, but the challenge is to preserve your relationship or your connection to one another. Ang hirap.
Yeah.
Quiel, ikaw, what will you miss most about, your leadership position?
talagang yung mga tao po na nakakasama ko sa Sanggunian, yung mga nakakausap ko from iba't ibang organizations, sila po talaga yung nag-inspire sa akin na maglingkod mula simula hanggang dulo eh. Pagka napanghihinaan ako ng loob, tas nakikita ko sila sobrang dedicated nila sa ginagawa nila. Grabing inspirasyon yung dumadaloy ulit sa akin para magpatuloy. Sila talaga yung mamimiss ko dito, sir.
Ang ganda. Quiel, okay, I'll give you the floor now. If you are to give a particular message to all your teachers, because last day mo ngayon, di ba? Bilang estudyante. And welcome to the professional world afterwards. Ano yung mensahe mo sa mga nakasama mo sa Ateneo, you representing your batch na magtatapos or yun, natapos na yung school year ngayon? Go.
Nung first year po ako, may isang mass ako na in attendance sa Ateneo. Ang sabi nung pari doon, you are not alone. Hindi ko na maalala kung or sa mass po ba yun or Mass of the Holy Spirit. Pero yung pari po na yun, sinabi niya ulit yun ngayon sa huling araw ko. Narinig ko ulit ngayon. Kaya parang siguro nga yun talaga ang mensahe ng panahon na ito. Talagang you are not alone in these times. Pinaramdam po sa akin yun ng Ateneo for the past 5 years na hindi ako nag-iisa. At sobrang grateful ko po doon. Alam kong marami ring estudyante yung nakaramdam noon. Yung sense of community na sinusubukang ipahiwatig ng Ateneo sa bawat estudyante. Naramdaman po namin yun. Isa lang po akong hamak na estudyante na dumaloy sa Ateneo. Pero ganun po ata talaga. Parang kami mga students, parang dumadaloy lang po kami ng dumadaloy sa pamantasan. Siguro yung hamon sa amin, madala sa labas yung mga natutunan namin dito. Mahubog ng tinatawag na Ateneo Way. Madala sa labas yun. Pag kinakailangan, mailabas yung Ateneo Way mula sa amin, maisabuhay yun. Yung mga Jesuit values, Ignatian values na in-instill sa amin. Ganoon din po kasi yung naging mindset ko bilang leader. Nabanggit ko nga kanina, parang dumaan lang ako. Sinubukan kong tumulong sa paghubog ng iba pang mga leaders sa Ateneo. Tulad ngayon na kinakailangan ko biglang umalis, mag-step down. Isa sa mga naging new key indicators ko sa panahong ito ay kung meron bang may iwan para maglingkod pa rin. And sobrang grateful ko po na marami pa ring leaders na magpapatuloy, hindi lang sa Sanggo, pati sa iba't ibang organization sa COA, sa Ateneo. Ang daming willing mag-step up sa panahong ito at sa tingin ko, bunga yun ng mga napagdaanan namin, mga sinubukan namin i-implement in the past few years. Kala ko talaga, sir, in the first 4 years, wala na akong iba pang matututunan sa 5th year ko eh. Kasi
Sa inyo lang naman kasi natatalo yung abstain. Natatalo ng abstain. Sa amin, wala yan. Father Jett, yung panahon natin, walang gano'n. Sana sa presidential elections, sa susunod na national elections, pwede yung ganyan, di ba?
pero grabe, sir. Akala ko kasi nung 4th year ako, dahil gumagraduate na rin yung mga batchmates ko, parang wala na akong iba pang pwede pang matutunan sa Ateneo. Kasi, goodbye na yung tono ng mga kasabayan ko eh. Tapos, surprise sa 5th year ko, naging Sanggo president. Tapos, ang daming nangyari. At sa bawat nangyari, sobrang daming natutunan. And ayun, we're really living in difficult times right now. So, as much as I would like to share more feelings and sentiments, parang okay lang po ba magbahagi na ako ng mga invitasyon para sa mga nanonood na, well, una sa lahat talagang be extra patient with yourselves. We are all facing this crisis, no? But we have to understand also that we are not going through it the same way. So be patient with others as well. We have different contexts right now. And really the call for empathy and inclusion matters now more than ever. Let's do our best, siguro, to understand how the different sectors or the people outside their homes are doing in this situation. Ang hirap kasi sa screens lang natin nakikita, pero subukan pa rin sana natin.
That's good.
This might be the Ignatius Cannonball moment for some, so let's understand what they're going through. So yun, hopefully we can move together. Let's move together. We're not just experiencing a shift in space in this ECQ, but also a shift in our understanding of time. There's a challenge with respect to pacing ourselves, pacing our institutions. Father Jett always talks about taking care of our institutions. He's doing very well. May extension pa. Especially, ang hirap kasi we can't be in sync right now with respect to time, pero maraming salamat po sa pag-a-adjust din. So yun, finally, let's stay true to our Jesuit formation and Ignatian values. Really, this is the best time to put in practice our units of philosophy, theology, other humanity subjects. Paano mag-a-adapt sa panahong ito ang Pura Personalis, ang Magis, ang Faith that Does Justice. Paano natin paramdam sa mga kasama natin sa komunidad at sa labas ng komunidad natin yung yakap kung hindi natin sila physical na mayayakap. Yung mga posibilidad nga po na parating, sabi ni Ma'am Leni parang ito ay portal. Pero wag natin hayaan na maiwan yung mga kasama natin tungo sa posibilidad na ito, tungo sa portal na ito. So at the end of the day, I am grateful, but with much awareness that a lot of things needs to be done. This is a brief goodbye accompanied with an invitation to keep moving forward. So let's try our best to not leave anyone behind. It's been an honor serving the loyal school student body. Thank you.
That's a nice speech off from the Student Council President. Father Jett, bago ka mag-final speech sa pagtatapos ng show, we'll let someone in. An Atenean, sabi nga natin, parang the Ateneans are everywhere now at ang masaya lang, they've been like helping a lot of people, and this person has represented as well also, not only in the country but even outside the country. It's such an honor to have her. Miss Lea Salonga's here. Lea, hello.
Wow.
Miss Saigon is here. No, backtrack to my days in OSA, in the Office of Student Activities. I would be there in Colaiko. She would be there at the quadrangle.
Like how many times we actually bump into each other in the halls? And the thing is, the thing that I remember about Noel, maglaladlad na ako So, just throw you under the bus. So, no. He was always so welcoming and so sweet and so energetic. And I think hindi naman nag-iiba like your energy has always remained. But you were always so concerned because I was new to the school, and every time we would bump into each other, you'd always ask, "How are you? How are you doing? how were your grades? How's whatever.
And you were leaving for Saigon. I was
for
concerned about
yeah.
the shift. Like Father Jett, our president, and the president of the student council, they're from science courses.
Yes.
Pero now they also have parang inclination in the arts, and that's you too, Lea.
Yeah, because I was a science major. I was a biology major when I was there. And yeah, actually it was one of the best experiences I've had in my life. Number one, I don't know if the lab is still there, but you find the most amazing places to have conversations with a friend because no one's ever going to go into the lab. So it was like I could have a conversation with someone and I could be undisturbed because when you have all of the preserved specimens outside in the wind, like nobody's going to go in there. So it's like the safest place. If you can stand the smell of formaldehyde, it's like one of the most private spaces to have a one-on-one conversation with a friend while you're reviewing for your lab exams. But yeah, I remember maturing quite a bit when I was in Ateneo. And I just remember it being such an eye-opening experience because I came from a very sheltered high school background. So yeah, there was so much adjustment that I needed to do, but I've made so many incredible friends. And it just always felt like such a special, welcoming, wonderful place. And I'm hoping that the graduates this year had that same experience, and that it was a wonderful 4 years. I had a wonderful 1 year. Right? That's all I had. But still, I mean, it taught you how to find a quiet space for yourself, which I think in this pandemic is a valuable skill to have.
That's true.
You know, and you learned how to prioritize. You learned responsibility because you had to get up super early for theology. I did not enjoy that. Getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning for 7:30.
But Lea, now,
for a 7:30 theology
with
class.
the new normal, Lea, wala nang laboratories.
Okay.
So how will that be? No? So Father Jett, how will that go with the new normal? No more laboratories, more
no more anything.
More of this kind of diba? Online education.
Yeah.
We will have home experiments.
Yeah. Well, if you can do it at home, if by some miracle of God, you have all of the stuff you need or stuff that's required for that experiment, it's not like baking a cake where you might be able to substitute an ingredient here or there and it's still going to come out all right. You know, there's precision with science. I guess there's art also when it comes to science. But I don't know. I mean, you have to ask one of your chemistry professors, you know.
But Lea, I ask you to be here because we personally also want to thank you for all your efforts in trying to help our kababayans, and even it's been a worldwide pandemic, and lending your talent to certain causes, to major causes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I should even accept any thanks for that because I think any human with a heart will want to find a way to help.
That's true.
And I mean, I'm an artist, I'm a singer. So I guess the one way I can help is to use whatever gifts I got. And it's whatever talents that I might have. I mean, there are things that I just don't do or I'm unable to do or cannot do. But I know what I can do. And if it funnels people towards helping other people, if it calls attention to certain charities, to certain causes that people otherwise might not be aware of, then maybe I'm doing something, something good enough.
Father Jett, sabi ko sa kanya kanina yung magis. Sabi she didn't stay long enough in Ateneo to know that, but sabi ko she's living it out already.
Okay.
If you say so.
Thank you, Lea. How's Gerard? Gerard's not here. Does it give you anxiety also?
He kind of makes up for my 1 year. Kasi, well, he makes up for the 1 year I had in Ateneo. Kasi 5 years siya.
Yes.
Like a super senior siya, you know? But yeah, he's in Kuala Lumpur now and he's doing okay. He's actually all right. I mean, it's his 15th wedding anniversary today.
My God.
And he's unfortunately spending it away from the wife and kids, which is unfortunate. But, I'm just happy he's safe and that he's all right. and that he's retained his sense of humor. I mean, it's a wicked one, but he's fine. He's all right. We see each other online when we have to meet about something. So as long as we can meet about something, then I know he's okay. And then, of course, my mom asks, and she's fine. So she asks, "Oh, how's your brother?" Because I think she knows that I'm the one who's going to be in touch with him. Because he kind of makes himself scarce then when it comes to her. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, we had to meet about something, Ma. So he's fine. He's fine. He's okay. He's all right. He's alive. He's well. He's cooking and cleaning for himself. No one else is doing it for him right now.
We'll end this with your message to the graduates, Lea, or to those who finish school this end of school year.
Oh my goodness. To everybody who is here, this is a very unique time in which to conclude the school year, and for the graduates to conclude your days in the Ateneo. It's a very interesting, unique time. But in times of crisis, there will always be opportunity. So it's a matter of opening yourself to trying to intellectually and maybe even spiritually and emotionally figure out what that opportunity might be. Opportunity is a word that will mean something different to everyone. It might mean, hey, this is a time for me to serve in this way, or how will I be able to help, or what might I be able to invent or create in order to help other people or create a different platform in this new normal. I mean, opportunity will come in different ways depending on what your unique abilities are and on what you have been trained to do while in college. So just be completely open to what that might mean. And for all you know, you might be surprised that your major will have absolutely nothing to do with the opportunity. Look at me,
That's true.
My major is biology. Am I using it? No. So I mean, spend maybe some time meditating and praying over what God has meant for you in this, in this COVID-19 pandemic. I mean, this is not the first time the world has experienced a pandemic. And this is probably not going to be the last time that this planet will undergo something like this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's up to us to see the good in it. It will be up to us to find the opportunities to change landscapes and find ways to serve. I mean, the thing about Ateneo is that I think about any Jesuit education, it's like you hear the words, man for others. So let that be your guide in figuring out what the next steps for you will be. I mean, the graduation ceremony is normally called a commencement, which is a beginning, which is the start of something. So now is the time for you to define what that start is going to be. So I expect to see something amazing coming from you.
Thank you very much, Lea, for inspiring us. Maraming salamat. Father, give the final words to Lea, probably before we say goodbye to her.
Oh, well, thank you, Lea, I haven't seen you in a while. I know you were in biology. And it's true what you said, that, the Ateneans, we are talented because, we know it's really not from us. It's been given to us.
Amen.
And I guess it's a grace that we've been able to use these talents for others. You've used your talent to touch thousands of lives, and you haven't stopped. And I think that's something that is truly heartening. Really,
Thank you.
We I guess we serve according to the heart that has been given to us, and I think that's the beauty of being human. We're not machines.
Mm-hmm.
We're hearts, and each heart is unique. And And
Hi. Thank you, Lea Salonga. I remember the time when she sang in her orientation seminar.
Oh,
Nasira yung minus one.
died.
Nasira yung minus one, pero tuloy pa rin siya nag-acapella. And
Keep going.
Grabe, a real pro that she is. Anyway, thank you very much. Maraming salamat.
Yeah,
Actually, I was
congratulations,
gonna,
Kat.
like, yung last line ng journey mo, what the journey it has been.
And the end is not in sight.
But that's a good message for the graduates, di ba?
Yeah.
Yeah. So very very well defined journey. Maraming salamat, Lea. We're always proud of you. Thank you for everything.
Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Lea. God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you all.
Father Jett, ayan na. Your final message for this afternoon.
Bakit lagi na lang yung pari lagi yung huling message? I'm not prepared really, but I just wanted to tell our graduates, first be brave, and I already said this, be brave and know that we become afraid when we realize we're alone, but we're never alone. Okay, so I hope that you will discover those who are with you, and God is with you, and God will give you the courage you need. So courage. No? The second, I guess, is be free. Be free. That means, I guess, knowing what true freedom is. Freedom is not just having so many choices and not choosing. In a way, the quarantine has sort of curtailed our freedom. Really, does it? Freedom is more than just walls. Freedom is choosing. Freedom was something very dear to Ignatius Loyola. He said, one of the things, take, Lord, receive my liberty. And which means really, I hope that we can mean the things we say, and know the unfreedoms too. There's a big principle in Ignatian spirituality called tantum quantum, where you know your destiny, and you just you use the things that help you get to your destiny, and you let go of those things that are a burden. I know that sounds utilitarian, but this time actually has made us realize the things that truly matter. Diba? It has to take a pandemic to make us realize, well, this is what matters, and I'm just going to carry with me what I need to get me to where I want to go. So, and that is freedom. The last, is, be kind.
That's true.
Be kind to yourself first. Be kind. Learn to love yourself. Learn to take care of yourself. If you lose that, then how can you love others? Be kind to others, even those, or maybe especially those who are not kind to you, those who are not able to love you back. Be mindful of so many others who outside your circle, the poor, the ones in the margins. Even if they're not able to love you back in a way that sometimes we want them to love us back. I hope you will see God loving you back because of what you do for them. So, yun lang. Be kind, be brave. Okay?
Be brave.
Ito matawag.
So be brave.
Be brave, be free.
Be free, be kind.
Be kind. Yeah.
Okay. You've gotten your doctorate, Lea, with that lecture and with that prayer. Thank you very much, Quiel. Thank you very much, Lea. And thank you very much, Father Jett. Bottom line values also. Number one at this point, sensitivity, compassion, and relevance. This is a time to reassess, retool, reinvent, and resurface, and in the end, resurge, with more sensitivity again, with more compassion, and with more relevance. Maraming salamat ulit, and then we're really proud of you and how you've served the country. Maraming salamat.
Salamat din, Noel.
Salamat po.
God bless you, Quiel, Lea. Noel.
Thank you, Father.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
We're ending this particular episode with Song for Mary, the ones you recorded, like how we end the graduation. So, and also, we were able to get Odette Casada to sing Farewell, which is also the end of the SEM song. So, eto po yung mga kantang yon. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat sa pagsama sa amin.
Bye po.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've been singing this song for a long time now. We sing it after every game, win or lose. We sing it in every graduation. This is the song of our alma mater, our school, our nurturing mother. It is our battle song. It is our fighting song. And these days we are engaged in this one big fight of our lives. We remember that battles are very much part of who we are. We are no strangers to battle. We remember Ignatius Loyola. We remember Pamplona. Remembering all this, we know we will never surrender. We will not surrender our faith in ourselves, in one another, in Our Lady, our faith in our Lord. And so we pray as we sing. We pray Mary to please keep us constantly true, to pray to please help us keep the faith in ourselves, faith in one another, faith in her, and faith in the love of our Lord. One big fight.
We stand on a hill between the earth and sky. Now all is still where Loyola's colors fly. Our course is run and the setting sun hands Ateneo's day. Eyes are dry at the last goodbye. This is the Ateneo way. Mary, for you, for your white and blue, we pray you'll keep us, Mary, constantly true. We pray you'll keep us, Mary, faithful to you. Down from the hill, down to the world wide, remembering still how the bright blue eagles fly through joys and tears, through the laughing years. We sing our battle song. Win or lose, it's just who we choose. This is the place where we belong. Mary,
since a lot of you didn't get to graduate like, you know, the normal graduation ceremonies. A lot of you didn't get to do your prom, didn't get to be seen in a gown and toga. I was going to say yoga, a gown and toga. I really feel bad because, you know, I enjoyed my graduation as much as the next person. And that is such an experience that everybody should have. But it's a very, very different circumstance that we're in right now. So I feel for you guys. But this is going out to all the graduates. This was my graduation song when I graduated, in my head, because we didn't actually use this song. But I wrote it to say goodbye to all my high school classmates. And this was my, I love you, I will miss you, and I'm saying farewell to you. This is that song. I'd like to share it with all of you tonight. Tonight here in California, today there in Manila. To all the new graduates.
We used to be frightened and scared to try things we don't really understand why. We laugh for a moment, then start to cry. We were crazy. Now that the end is already here, we reminisce about old yells and cheers. Even if our last hurrays were never clear. Farewell to you, my friends. We'll see each other again.
It has been a very long but very productive and very happy afternoon for all our students experiencing the end of the school year. Maraming salamat kay VP Leni Robredo. Maraming salamat kay Quiel Quiwa na President ng Student Council ng Ateneo. Maraming salamat Father Jett Villarin, ang Presidente ng Ateneo de Manila, na extended hanggang July. Sarap. And then maraming salamat din kay Lea Salonga sa pagsama sa amin. Bihira ho yun, pero dahil sa kagustuhan niyang makiisa dun sa mga nagtatapos ngayon at saka tapos ng mga estudyante ngayong end ng school year. Hindi ho to graduation kasi magkakaroon pa rin naman ng tamang seremonya, but we were trying to approximate it. Maraming salamat sa sumama rin sa atin. Si Joey Benin na nagbigay nung kantang yon, I Believe in Dreams. Kanta niya yon, nakumbinsi ko siyang kumanta, kantahin yung sarili ng komposisyon. Kasama ho siya sa side A. Retired na siya, nandun na ho siya sa Bacolod, isang farmer. Tapos maraming salamat din sa Three of a Kind. Matagal nang nabuwag yung grupo, pero para sa atin ho, ayun, nagsama-sama si Ani Nepomuceno, si Jello Francisco, at si Edward Granadosin, ang Three of a Kind na kumanta ng Man in the Mirror. Maraming salamat din sa lahat ng mga kumanta ng Song for Mary na nakakakilabot lang dahil yun nga, parang yan yung kanta palagi nang nagpapunctuate ng graduation. I remember 1989 when I graduated from college. I was the one who led our batch to singing that graduation song. So let me end with this. So Father Jett ended with 3 notes, 3 points. Be brave, be free, and be kind. So as governments are trying to figure out how to ease back into the new normal, please remember the following. Some people don't agree with the suggested reopening. That's fine. Be kind. Some people are still planning to stay home. That's fine. Be kind. Some are still scared of getting the virus and the second wave happening. That's fine. Be kind. Some are sighing with relief to go back to work, knowing that they may possibly save their businesses or their homes. That's fine. Be kind. Some are thankful they can finally have surgery they have put off. That's fine. Be kind. Some will be able to attend interviews after weeks without a job. That's fine. Be kind. Some will wear masks for weeks. That's fine. Be kind. Some people will rush out to get their hair and nails done. That's fine. Be kind. The point is, everyone has different viewpoints, feelings, and that's okay. Let's be kind. We each have a different story. If you need to stay home, but be kind. If you need to go out, respect others when in public. Be mindful and protect yourself and others too. Be kind. Don't judge fellow humans because you're not in their story. We all are in different financial and mental states than we were months ago. So remember, be kind. So that's our lesson for today. To just remain to be kind. And we'll continue to learn that lesson habang tumatagal ito, mas marami at mas lumalalim yung mga reflections natin at mga natututunan dito sa nangyayaring pandemya. Next week, we'll pay tribute to one of my personal heroes in our industry who just passed on, Peke Galiaga, who passed on yesterday. And then we'll have his co-workers, co-directors, actors and actresses, people in the industry he has touched. So we'll see each other again. We'll continue leveling up in whatever we do. We stay and remain relevant. Maraming salamat po. Here, I've attempted to also sing something for Quarantunes. And that's my message for today. Laging mayroong bukas. Maraming salamat po. See you next week. Here another episode of Level Up. Maraming salamat.
nagbibigay ng kulay sa aking daigdig giliw. Ikaw ang buhay, sa piling mo walang hanggang ligaya. Dulot mo'y walang katapusang pag-asa. Habang ikaw ay narito, susulong ang aking mundo, at lagi kong matatanaw ang pagsikat ng araw. Laging mayroong bukas na sa aking sisikat, habang ikaw ay narito't kapiling ko. Ngunit ang araw ay magtatampo, uulan, babagyo, guguho ang daigdig ko. Giliw kung ako'y iiwan mo. Dumating ka, giliw sa aking buhay. Paligid ko'y nagbago ng takbo at kulay. Pag-ibig mo, sadyang wagas at tunay. Pangarap kong maging sa akin habang buhay. Habang ikaw ay narito, susulong ang aking mundo, at lagi kong matatanaw ang pagsikat ng araw. Laging mayroong bukas na sa aking sisikat, habang ikaw ay narito't kapiling ko. Ngunit ang araw ay magtatampo, uulan, babagyo, guguho ang daigdig ko. Giliw kung ako'y iiwan mo. Laging mayroong bukas na sa aking sisikat, habang ikaw ay narito, kapiling ko. Ngunit ang araw ay magtatampo, uulan, babagyo, guguho ang daigdig ko. Giliw kung ako'y iiwan mo. Ulan, babagyo, guguho ang daigdig ko. Giliw kung ako'y iiwan mo. Iiwan mo.
Di kailanman mapipigilan pagbuhos ng ulan, ang buhay sadyang ganyan.
At kaya ng papago-pagong pag-ihip ng hangin, lahat ay lilipas at magsasalita.
Huwag kang mabahala,
Huwag mataranta, hindi kailangan ang mag-alilangan pa.
Isipin mo laging nandito lamang ang aking balikat, sa'yo'y nakaabang.
Asahan mo, hindi ka iiwan sa mundo. Lahat may hangganan, asahan mo. Wala nang atrasan sa iyong bawat hakbang na pupuntahan. Pangako kailanman, agad akong nandyan. Sang tawag mo
Tuwing nagdidilim ang langit, di ba't nagpapakita ang buwan hanggang mag-umaga na naman.
Tara't hintayin na natin magsikat ng iyong araw hanggang sa magliwanag muli ang lahat.
Asahan mo, hindi ka iiwan sa mundo. Lahat may hangganan, asahan mo. Wala nang atrasan sa iyong bawat hakbang na pupuntahan. Pangako kailanman, agad akong nandyan. Sang tawag mo. Asahan mo, hindi ka iiwan sa mundo. Lahat may hangganan, asahan mo. Wala nang atrasan sa iyong bawat hakbang na pupuntahan. Pangako kailanman, agad akong nandyan. Sang tawag mo lang. Sang tawag mo lang.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpaan.